Hey guys, it is Dag and it is Taco Tuesday, which means that we're here in Eorzea. And I had to think about where are we? We're not in California anymore. We're in Eorzea. And we are playing with Chad Fist, my monk, and his perfect hair. And we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Before I move on, I wanted to mention that today, the holiday is Left-Handers Day. And there is actually a website for this. So if you're interested, left-hander, L-E-F-T hander, Handers, day.com. And they have all kinds of tips and there's all kinds of little fun things that you can download and add to your websites or your Facebook, or you guys don't use Facebook, but I mean, old people like I do. So, anyway, I am not left-handed. I am right-pawed. But my wifey is left-handed, and our firstborn son is left-handed. So I have always paid attention to what side of my wifey that I sit on, because if I sit on her left, I always end up getting nailed with an elbow. And so, or I end up nailing her with my elbow. So let's move on. Chad left. Oh, where'd Chad go? Chad went poof. There he is. Chad decided that he needs to talk to Alphanod. So let's see what Alphanod has to say. Alphanod is going to give him, well, is he going to give him a new outfit? Yeah, see, oh, that's right. He gets the Glowum Tabard, which, I don't know. Yeah, okay. It may not be an upgrade. That's interesting. All right, let's accept this and see what's up. Haddock dip. What is that? A thick, salty dip made from the puree of haddock. Oh, yum. What's it do? XP bonus +3. Oh, 3% bonus. Okay, I got to remember to pay attention to some of that stuff. And I'm talking to Alphanod. And in comes the other colonel from the bros. Captain Neil Bird, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regards to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. Yeah, Shiva is apparently going to be the hard dungeon that I have to do in order to get out of this phase of the game. We'll see how many people are interested in doing that today. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us close to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end, fearing that the investigation had been compromised. He took the necessary step of retaining all suspects of conspiracy. They were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Reverend's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which we would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring the needs did not go unfulfilled. Oh no, I see my chat's doing weird things again today. All right, so chat is not connecting at the moment, but it will reconnect hopefully at some point. We'll see. So if you're trying to chat with me right now, sorry, my chat's like fucking up. The particulars of which we should share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Four Temps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to the merchant. The conspiracy stuff here, it's really deep. It's like not real basic, like, yeah, he was interested in stealing the stuff in order to, sell it to somebody else. No, they've got to go into this deep ass storyline. And it's like, wow, okay. The plot thickens. I think I can guess which one. Half a nod. None other, with little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prying off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider, then, that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. We're going to get to the bottom of this mystery real fast. You mean to say that the agent is among Ruban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the three grand companies, Ulda was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. I'm sure he's going to explain why, right? Both Limsa, Leminsa, and Gradania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so with the Flames. Ulda's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Ruban faced when founding the Immortal Flames was well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained a small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now. Coffee time. The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Oh, the chat's back. Though the monitors ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, 'twas not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nal Van Darnus' ambitions been less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Ruban with an army. 'Tis but a wonder that they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Ahem. Returning to the present. Okay, thanks for the history lesson. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest, and third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. And if you notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Aramek, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics and betters. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my apprentice has been requested. Gotta do the Crystal Brave thing, you know. I would have you accompany me, Chad, as the realm's stoutest champion. 'Tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. And antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. All right, I guess I'm finally accepting the quest. Like 20 minutes later, right? Oh, I gotta do it again? Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Menophilia and Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Nofika's altar, and we shall make our way to Lotus Stand together. I look forward to it, Alphanod. And they disappear into the snowstorm. All right, and I've got to travel to Old Gridania. So, where's my stone? That's return. Teleport. And I'm going to... Well, I got to go to New Gridania first in order to get to Old Gridania. Because there's no stone in Old Gridania. No stone, man. You're leaving stones unturned. Totally. Alright, so this guy's here. Where am I supposed to go again? I gotta go to Old Gridania. Okay. Well, where in Old Gridania? Alright, let's do the Ethernet and see where. I could go. It looks like I need to go over here. So why don't we go to the Conjurer's Club? There he is. Hey, good pick. Hey, they both came. I didn't realize that. All right. My thanks for coming, Chad. Have you ever wondered how do they get there? Are they taking, like, airships? Or are they taking the Ethernet as well? Who knows? When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the Lotus Stand. And there's a silent conjurer, so I get to talk to her. The Alliance leaders await you at the Lotus Stand. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Yeah, take me there. And I gotta read. Hello. She doesn't look impressed. Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications. Ken E. Senna. The rumors are true, then. The War of Succession is ended? And she nods yes. It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald. Ooh. 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 And she's not going to tell us. The birth and all too rapid expansion of the... Well, first we get the history lesson, right? First, the all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zos Galvus. Yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne until his most ultimate passing. Oh, this guy. I thought it was fortunate when I learned the emperor had died without naming a successor. Okay, this guy looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, right? Yeah. Except, God, those shoulders, man, those are bigger than World of Warcraft shoulders. Oh, he looks a little pissed. Oh, did he just spit on the guy's grave? Brilliant. Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him. He's got a little hook in the front. Is that where he like hangs his hat and stuff? It's like, why? It was the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not? Mr. Goldeye. Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle. Alright, so is this... Who is this? Is this... Virus? Virus. He's a virus! Yeah, well, that could be true, but yeah, Virus Ogavus is a respected military leader, but not... So, is this... Varus? Virus? So young Varus was has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the empire. Okay, it is Virus. Alright, Virus rules. And all the tin can heads. They're impressed. Get on with it. Okay. Sometimes, these long drawn-out scenes, man. Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him. Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again if their emperor gives the word. When, not if. They say this Varus was to set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project. Oh, he was so set upon the Eorzean annexation. Okay, so they want to take over. Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. She looks concerned for a moment, then looks up. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of the hostilities with Garlemald. There's all kinds of things going on now. It's like Garlemald's going to come and invade Eorzea. All right, cool. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one? 'Twould deal a grave blow to our enemy's ambitions. Raban agrees, so does the Admiral. And does Chad? Alfanad agrees. Well, first he blanks. Oh, okay. Alfanad's got words for me. Well, I suppose we should be grateful that we have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe. And everyone leaves. I'm left in the altar by myself. Is that the idea? I guess so. Oh, so is he going to give me this ugly outfit now? I will not have escaped. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of the Orzi are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lomensons, for example, for instance. Though Admiral Murloc, right? Admiral Murloc outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Teladaji Aldaledji, for example, but that is beside the point. He's like the head merchant, right? Okay. The fact that is that people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, I could argue that the conflict at Carteneau is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilberd has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. Oh, so we're going to hunt down this guy, huh? The hunt nears its end, Chad. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilberd near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Corathos, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Okay. Now, I will be honest with you guys. The dialogue in this, it just goes on and on and on. And if I were not doing a lore stream and reading everything, I would be just like click, 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 and blowing through everything. But yeah, I'm understanding what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, this is really annoying. All right, so where do we want to go? We want to go to New Gridania, and we want to go back to... the Athelite Plaza, because that's the closest to where the Grand Company hangs out. So we're going to go this way. There's Ilberd. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Alright, so there was the Glowum Tabard, which... yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and get it because that's the only thing that I can get of this group. See, it's all green. So we're going to take that, and then I'm going to see whether I can even wear it, because it may not be wearable. Recommended gear. They say yes, you have to wear this. Oh! Dude. Okay, so this leaves me with a soul crystal and a ring that haven't been upgraded. So everything else has been upgraded to a blue level, but none of this stuff. Man, that is... That's a definite interesting party dress. Oh, all right. Well, hey, it is what it is. We're going to hang on to it. As long as I can kill shit with it, that's all I care. All right. Hilbert is convinced that he has discovered the Ivy's identity and is preparing to move against the Garlean spy. So there are a couple more pieces in here, none of which I can use. And I'm sure they're all just as ghastly as the thing I just had to get. Gilgard, looking around. Listen well, the spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Eileen Royale, Raban's second in command. Ooh, okay. There she goes. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with the polearm had to be seen to be believed. Alright. She doesn't look very... She's unsuspecting, right? Okay. Glasses, she's like the elf ears kind of thing. Of his guardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The monitorists saw things differently, however, having funded the enterprise. They reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, its guardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance. Yet the monitors did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Rael was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monitors? She thought she was being watched. But these revelations are secondary to the current mission. Our foremost interest to us is Royal's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flame in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania. Yet here she is nonetheless. On some pretense she is up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Rael's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to a plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress, but she cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? That's about the only thing that he can rely on. The hare has to stay out of combat. You have my thanks. Let us go, then, and take care not to alert our quarry. And I did speak with, didn't I? Oh, I gotta go find him again? Okay, so where is he now? So speak with Igurd. Ilberd. Okay, he's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, he's back over at... Okay, so he's back over near the stone. Get stoned, dude. So they're getting stoned. We'll go there. He's on the other side of the stone? Nope, just in front of it. Right next to it. There he is. Raoul is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. I didn't even know there was a Blue Badger Gate. So now we're going to, chase. Okay. Walk this way. Talk this way. Here we go. So Rael has entered the Carleen canopy, meeting someone perchance? Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within, and if she is not on the upper floor, the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. FME is her name. I shall remain here in case Raoul reappears. Alright, so I need to go and check. Nothing upstairs here, right? So we're going to go downstairs now. Of course, I need to get to the stairs to do that. And see if there's anything at the landing. Oh, there's FME. FME, how's it going? I'm looking at the conversation over on the left-hand side. These guys are all like chit-chatting over here. Chad Fiss, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? Hi, FME. Ahem. A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Alright, so she's not there. So where else do I go? Back upstairs? I guess so. There he is outside waiting for me. Person just keeps bouncing around. Hello. And I explain myself. Nowhere to be seen, you say? Are you sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The Roost? How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Montuy tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning, hee hee. Okay, so it's an aphrodisiac. Here, take a little blue pill, dude. Perhaps another time, friend. Because Chad's not interested, that's why. Wait, that necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma? The woman you seek has left Gardania by way of West Shore Pier. Oh. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you with from the shadows. Thank you, Shinobi. Thank the 12 for the Domas. Were it not for their unique talents, Roel would have disappeared without a trace. Alright, and I already checked, but I'm just double checking so I don't screw up. I keep messing up with regards to rings. So, rings and trinkets. I need to like check and make sure I understand exactly what traits I'm supposed to be looking for him. And I get to talk to him again, I guess. Ibert is eager to resume the pursuit of Eileen Royale. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Royale's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at the Sweet Bloom Pier. And where is the Sweet Bloom Pier? Let's see. I guess we need to like check. So it's over there, but where are we currently? Oh, okay. So, all right. I'll figure this out. So I guess the question is there a pier up there? I don't know. Archers Guild? Is that the ones? Is that the one that's closest? I don't know. Show me a map again. We're going to do this a long way. I remember there being a pier, but I don't remember exactly where it is from here. From here, the pier. Who knows? Old Gridania. That's why I couldn't see it on the map. And now there is no map. Show me the map. And we go through this area. Independent culinarian. Oh, you know what? Let me get... Repair all. Yes. I hadn't repaired myself for a while, so I guess, yeah, that was necessary. Okay. And in just a matter of moments, it is now pouring rain. All right. It is what it is. And here's the dock. Sitting by the dock of the bay. You gonna let me in? I guess I gotta go through the... Alright, and I need to go where? Purchase to... Where is this? Is this Seek Passage Lavender Beds? Oh, Lavender Beds are down there, so this must be Sweet Bloom Pier. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Route. Yes, take me there, please. I'm hoping that's the right one. Yay, it is! Okay, now I can kill this map. Gilbert, what did you find out? And he explains it to me. This way, my friends. Ugiri. Ah. Lady of the Shadows. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Royale is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with the Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garlond Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. And we've installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficulty for Imperial signs to correspond with their masters. Rel would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move without Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. 'Tis for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elizan are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. So, in other words, there's a bunch of elves, and no one thinks anything of it. As my scouts tell you, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's Hut and catch Rael in the act. And everyone is in agreement. And I need to go this way. And probably I can, like, fly now, huh? Alright. Looking for the area. There they are. Get off the mount. Ugiri. My people report that our quarry has just departed for the Bramble Patch. Ah, we're coming up on the instance, I think. The ivy returns to the gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will remain damning evidence. We will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with the Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friend. And I need to go towards the Hawthorne Hut, which is down here. Nope. Up and over, I guess. Do I have this? Well, why am I walking? Because I thought it was a good idea. I'm going to check and see if I have this. I don't know. Yep, I do. I've already attuned to it. Okay. Oh, Phoenix. Go through the 9 ivies. Of course they have a fate right where we need to be. Okay, Gary. Just beyond, rails and conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventure, an imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me, Kaelbird. Flame Marshal and Ligne Royale, if you are under arrest for treason and espionage. Espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool. Yep. That ain't happening. Damnation. And we got people all around. So I'm going to guess those are all with what's her name, right? Yeah, so, huh. You're unarmed, my lady, and scarcely guarded for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Trall's Wood? When I last looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now, come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. Domans to the right, Domans to the left. I guess she's going to go. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have not to hide. Nice try. I was going to say, then she suddenly pulls out her polearm and whoosh. That was uneventful. Not even a struggle. Come on, it could have been more fun. What am I doing with you? Even a warrior of Royal's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness of her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Chad? Go on vacation. I'm going to Disneyland. So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stone. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen, and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it. I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Okay, so I got to go back and talk to Menophilia. And let's see. So I'm going to teleport. And that's back to Reverence Toll. So we'll go there. There's so much of this game I haven't even begun to like scrape. And it's like, okay, I need to figure out exactly, what do I want to learn about in this game? It's like, does this character want to like get into the hardcore crafting stuff and do all of that? And I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Honestly, playing 3 games, it's kind of tough to get anywhere with any of them. Like right now, I will probably be jumping into World of Warcraft because I'm trying to figure out what characters I want ready for the expansion that drops in 2 weeks. So it's like, okay, who do I want next up, kind of thing, Welcome back, Chad. I understand that Alpha Nod had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Eileen Royale. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in the efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Cool. Bacon broth. Yum. Menophilia has never been one to hesitate when it comes to asking others for aid. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House Fortemp's caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetheryte upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Orange, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Reverence Toll from Charlatan. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhaps she could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. And there she goes. All right, so I need to go follow and someplace. I'm going out here. I'm going to leave the solar. Go into the moonlight. go out the door. I gotta go up here somewhere and meet, where is she? There's Minophilia. All right, so before I do that, I'm going to take a quick break. Let's get on with playing. So let me take a swig of coffee here. I did that because I have absolutely no idea how long it'll take to actually get into the dungeon. It could be very quick or it could be a long time. If it's a long time, maybe I'll go explore different things. So we're having a nice little conversation. Who's this dude? Oh, these guys. Oh no, we haven't seen these guys before. Nice side cut. I like her tat too. Minophilia, am I right? None other. I bid you welcome to the Reverend's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice. Aha, if I could ever say no to her J. Ben Brida is an accomplished Chilean scholar and an authority on Atherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls. Charmed, I'm sure. And she gives me the thumbs up. And I nod. And let's see, wait for the carriage. I did wait for the carriage, so now I need to speak. Let us return to the Rising Stone at once. Then we have much to discuss. And I just stand there and wait for everyone to disappear. So I go back in. And the gang's all here, so I go in to talk to Minophilia. Move that thing out of the way. I had to check and see. Oh, I can make it smaller. I never even noticed that. All right, we'll see if that works. Moan gods, it's been ages. Ida's happy. Oh, longer, sister. Moan Brida. Joyous reunion, indeed. Well, of course it is. Moan and I are like twin sisters. Yes, it's obvious. Save in appearance and aptitude. Oh, Paplamo. Shots fired. Dude, that was unkind. Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Charlian to assist us. I bid Moen Breda join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Atherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white Athersite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with us. Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than to land a steeped in ether you can taste it. 'Tis plain the passage of years hath done little to dampen your youthful spirits. Speaking of J, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner. Ah! Oriange, where the hells have you been hiding? Oh, he's not happy. I like this. This is fun. Come all this way, and that's what you had to say to me? Yeah, she's pissed. Okay, I am for more dialogue like this. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need. Ooh. Go on. This is getting spicy. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well as thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be unsummoned, save if thou, and no other, grantest my compeers thine aid. You still haven't found it, then? You're missing Atheryte? We have not, no. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Atheryte not far from the first, yet even after careful analysis we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect the heretics destroyed the second Atheryte to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it, yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva. I'm sorry, but if the Atheryte's been destroyed, then that's it. That's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Atheryte, are you? She didn't just teleportation magics? One of our own bore witness to the escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Atheryte. And I guess I was the one that saw it. In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing. Truly? How? We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Atherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Atheryte is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon and thereby fill it up again. Thancred is enthused about this, like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed, though correct me if I'm wrong, but would you not need a veritable reservoir of ether? In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of such a great volume of ether with the requisite precision would be nigh impossible task in itself. Sorry. She barely succeeded at something. Bummer. And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aurosite at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the etherite. Therefore, however, white anthracite cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I confidently give this plan better than even odds of success, and if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer. Though it risks the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moenbreida's plan. Moenbreida? Moenbreida. That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice. I like her character. And that's right, I get bacon broth out of this. All right, what am I supposed to do? A plan has been devised and Menophilia would have it carried out without further delay. I have already informed Alphanod of our plan to recreate the beacon, as opposed to bacon, in the manner Moenbreida described. We agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done on our behalf, Chad. It was nice knowing you. Oh, no, that's not what she said. And I have faith you will return to us, as you always have. That was kind of it's nice knowing you. Okay. Let's go see what we need to do. So I need to go to Snowcloak, and let's see where Snowcloak is compared to here. It wasn't that far, I don't think. Corthus. Ishgard. And I gotta go to Camp Dragonhead, that's right. Okay, so Camp Dragonhead it is. If I can find it. Camp Overlook. Drybone. Dragonhead. Okay. That's right, it's just ice cold here. scenic. Oh, we're going to take the correct route here. I almost went up over the mountains. I probably would have hit a wall or something up there. Boink. No, you can't go any further. This is as far as you can go. Boink. Alright, Alphanod and Moen. Good to see you, Chad. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Dude, it was just a couple minutes. Captain Ilbard sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Eileen Royale in Ul'dah even as we speak. That's nice to kind of keep everything together so we know what happened to that thread. It just fell off the face of the planet or what. But I shall not distract you with the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say ahem. The others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. Is this going to open up the dungeon? Yeah, I'm looking at... I've got about a half hour more. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to run this dungeon or not. Depends on how many people join. Maybe we'll keep going. We'll see. Here you go. Everyone's giving their Aetheryte. Here, have some ether. There, it's ready. Shock and awe. It's working. Or so we thought. Did it work? Ha! It worked, I think. Try tuning to the Aetheryte now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. So I gotta go touchy-touchy? Well, apparently I'm able to. We have done all we can, Chad. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If by chance of the 12 you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. I'm not going to be able to stop her, right? Because I got to kill Shiva instead. Oh well. And let's see. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moen Brida's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Ermic. Okay, where's the knight? There's the knight. Stalwart Temple Knight. Hello. He looks stalwart. Sir Ermic regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read to you this letter. Ahem. Ishgard faces the unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Chadfist, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Yeah. Now they keep talking like, we're going to make the best headstone for you. It's like, oh, dude, no, I'm not ready to give it up. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts to selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Helon bless you with the good fortune and see you safely home. I thank you. And now I have access to it. All right. Duty Finder has been updated. So let's go duty. Let's see what duty. All the novices, duty. Journal, duty finder. Okay, this is high level dungeon. No, I'm not doing a daily roulette. Snow Cloak we already did, so it's one of these. There it is. All right. Other parties recruiting 12. Hey, maybe I'll get in. Let's see how this goes. All right, so stay behind the boss. Don't stand in shit. And what else? This is average wait time less than 5 minutes, so I got 5 minutes to fill with you guys. Okay, not a problem. Let's see. I'm going to bring up the... Yeah, I'm going to bring that back up. There we go. And let's see what... I was going to go... I wanted to check to see where we are with things. Okay, so we are here. Instruments of Our Deliverance. And this is 2.4, like I mentioned, Dreams of Ice. And if I can finish this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more dungeon, or 4 more things to finish. Oh, it's ready. Let's commence. All right, I'm going to find out whether my study actually did any good or not. Keep your fingers crossed. You should never have come here, a warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. Peace of what? A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. Of course. No matter if it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be instruments of our own deliverance. Deliverance, deliverance, deliverance. Partake of my flesh, fill this vessel with your light, walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, see, she's going to turn into Shiva. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace. And she turns into an icicle. There she is. She chuckles. All right. Which way are you going? I guess I should have been in time. Oh. Other way. Wow, she moves around a lot. Okay. Okay, the ads. Kill the ads. Did we get all the ads? Guess so. Everyone's like, look at where is she gone? There she is. Oh, frozen. Don't move. Okay, the wall, the place got smaller, right? Yes. Where's she facing? I can't tell. This way. Get away. No one's moving. Okay, phase 2? Or is this phase 3? Oh, did we get her? Good game. Ha! Cool. Yay. That was cool. Oh, I got some player recognition. That was cool. I like when they do that. That's nice. I forget to do it. It's like, okay, who's my healer? Because the healer's the one I need to pay attention to, right? She looks sad. She looks kind of whipped. Fool. Blind, bloody fool. I guess she's talking about me. You of all people should understand the suffering war begets, that no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. Sure it is. Everyone thinks they're right, so. You fight in a war you do not understand, a pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake, see with eyes unclouded. Do not squander mother's gift. Okay. Hear, feel, think. I don't want to think. All right, I got through this in one piece. Yay! Is it going to let me out? Oh, I see. Got an Ashian. And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate. Cool. Moen, I did it. By the 12th, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? I don't know, man. That thing hit pretty hard. Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No, fair enough. I was only asking. And Moen Brea, Breda, Moen Breda. How did I get Moen Breda? Moen Breda, and it remains unconvinced that you are not sustained a head injury. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save for the Rising Stone, shall we? I'll get everyone to meet us there. Before you had best pay a visit to White Brim Front and speak with Alphanod. He's probably worried sick about you. And he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? No? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. She is concerned. Okay, and where do I go? White Brim, Alphanod and White Brim Front. So let's look and see where that's supposed to be. From here, it's just down the road. Okay, cool enough. Cool and groovy. Let me jump on my hoss. Or some facsimile thereof. All right, so I get nervous when I'm doing dungeons, if you can't tell. Mostly because I hate being the noob. And this is like residual trauma from playing World of Warcraft for so many years. The groups here I have run into are significantly kinder and gentler than you would find in World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, they'll kick your ass for any reason whatsoever. And here, they tend to be very forgiving. And some people... Now, I have yet to actually be offered any assistance, but I think it's more like if you ask, you'll be given assistance. So if you are looking at playing the game and you run into something, there are people out there, and I think they've got the little book part on emblem above their head. Like mine shows that I've got a sprout because I'm obviously several layers below everything. But the good thing about being classified as a sprout, even at level 52, is that people know that you're watching the entry videos. They know that you are a noob or may not have been in this dungeon before. And so they're paying attention to you and taking care of your butt. They got your back. And I have yet to run into a group in doing any of these larger dungeons or hard mode dungeons that have been critical of what I've done or how I've played. Most of the time they're going, you did a good job. You did what you were supposed to do. You're playing your character properly, and that's cool. I know that when I was playing my summoner, I was doing some of the required group dungeon material. And I noticed that, for example, the healer was really focused on what was happening with the tank. And the tank was taking hella damage. I don't remember what the circumstance was or which dungeon, but the healer was obviously struggling to keep the tank up. And I threw out my healing primal, not primal, but I forget what they're called, but my pet, right? You got a pet as a summoner, right? So I threw it out a couple of times during the fight, and helped in healing the group. And that I got, the healer came back and said, bro, that was perfect timing on that stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It helped me get through it without, without letting any of you guys die. So I figured if I can figure out how to play the roles and figure out what additional support I can offer in the groups, I'm going to do it. Obviously, with a monk, I don't have that much support. The thing I forgot about doing was what is it? There's the one that not Arm of the Destroyer, Rockbreaker. No, there was the one thing that's arms distance, or something like that. I forgot to hit, and that would have been, there it is down there. No, it isn't. Arm's length. I had it down there. That's why I forgot about it. I should have put it up here and had it like next to my limit break. And then I could have done it in order to stop. The other thing I forgot about was Rockbreaker, Arm of the Destroyer, and Bloodbath, because all of those would have helped out my healing as well for myself, and I didn't do it. So, okay. That's my lesson for today, what I did wrong. How to improve in the future, right? There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? Yes, quite a bit, actually. I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. So I get to tell a story. So here's how it happened. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. Yes. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. Thank you, Imeric, and one of which you have Chad to thank. Yes, you're right, of course, Sir Imeric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is a matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Reverend's Toll. Or that I have no doubt. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the same self-supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortemp's caravan. Lest the crystals have comprised the bulk of the shipments, yes, scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on an unrelated note, Chad, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. I took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. And I said, sure, okay, whatever. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Oh, he's a little stressed. It's okay. We all get a little uptight. So I need to go to White Brim Front. Okay, and where would that be? Oh, Dragonhead? No. Yeah, Dragonhead. Speak with Harchefont at Camp Dragonhead. Alright, so I can just go there now. If I can find Dragonhead again. There we go. And where is he now? He's downstairs? Guess so. He's got to be inside here. Harchefont! What's up, bro? What were you thinking, Chad, wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? Well, now that you put it that way. and then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat, by the fury, Chad, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. You should have been, would have been easier. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Eremic wishes to... Imeric, still can't say his name. He wished to have words with you and Master Alphinaud in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. Inter something. And these guys are still doing squats. Good. Man, their thighs are going to look great in those tights. I gotta go this way? Upstairs? Or is it downstairs? There's Oriel. Is it upstairs? Up here? No. It's gotta be down. There he is. Bump. Greetings, sir. I shall show you in at once. Yes. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I allow me to express my deepest thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Can I have some cool armor like yours? Because my shit stinks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. For what we have now learned of these beings, I can say that with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the science not intervened. Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan? Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. Okay. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not until now. And there is not like a brush with death to change a man's outlook. At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with the Reverend's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement. So far as possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service. We should be grateful for any aid you can provide. As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere. That will not be necessary. I guess we're going to go help them out. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movement. Dravania movement. Okay. I see. Once more, I must thank you. Sir Emeric, if I may, do you truly believe that Miss Gardsormer could return? The heavens are a window into truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure. But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Reverend's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard does not want to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests. Choose your next words carefully. Okay, them's fighting words. Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple of Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not, yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Levalier. Ishgard desires to see Reverend's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south. We are so glad to be of use to you. Kind of snippy. Be nice, Alphanod. As we are to you, ours is a mutual beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trusts to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled. Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I'm Merrick, not Emmerich. Now we're calling the guy Spice. Hey, Spice! Spice Knight. I must apologize for my earlier outbursts. I hope it will not sour our good relations. You just apologize. Not at all, but you spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second in command will speak for me. As long as she doesn't go and wipe us off the face of the planet. Lucia. She's Italian. Cool. At your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard and for yours at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. If I could have some cool armor, I could put mine aside. Oh, side-eye. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also rely on her any words you might have from me alone. Not being Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my household, my homeland, not household. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Hartrefont, if you would be so kind. Certainly. In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. Why are you giving it to him? The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attack, as well as our interrogation of the merchants you detained. Oh, okay. I thought they were giving Gil. Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough. Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald. Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend? And the road less traveled. Quest complete. Alright, I need to figure out where we are now. Off and on. So, let me check real quick. I'm going to bring up the website again. And as soon as it pops back up, let me get to the main storyline. So the road less traveled. We have eyes unclouded. The reason something Roal, and I can't tell what this is. Let us cling together. Okay. Sorry, I got something that popped up on the right hand bottom of the screen. It's like, oh, go away. Reminder, you should be writing in your journal. Okay. Road less traveled. Okay, so that one's done. Let's see what Alphanod has to say. For one, with reason to celebrate, Alphanod looks rather grim. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedence. It necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat and reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, they are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but our Hearst civilized people as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. I got to be careful how I pronounce things. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Chad. It is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona. All right. So we go back to Mordona, I gather. Speak with Menephilia at the Rising Stone. So back to the stone. This way? We'll see. Yep. We'll see what they have to say. So I know that there's only like 2 or 3 quests to finish this, but I have no idea whether they're going to like send me off into oblivion. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to park Chad here, and he's going to like hang out with Menephilia for a week, and we'll find out where we're not going to finish 2.4 today. We'll tackle the end of 2.4. From what I can tell, looking at 2.5.1 and 2.5.2, those are the next 2 pieces of the in between the two, the original game, Realm Reborn and Heavensward. So we are getting much closer to being able to jump into the first expansion. And so what I want to do is I want to tidy things up with him and kind of make sure that I've got enough time to do this stuff live. I don't want to skip anything. And that way you can see my struggles as I experience them going through the content and my honest opinions of things. If I don't see you before the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by. If you liked the content I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. Give me a follow. Give me a... I don't know what else you can give me. Give me some money. No, I need some coffee money. Get me up to level 50 or to 50 followers on Twitch so I can get some money. Have a good day. I will see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.